Welcome everyone to my channel, Alien Diamonds. Today I'm doing a WIP Chat. For those who don't know, WIP just stands for Work in Progress. You are welcome to watch this or just listen in the background as you work on your own thing. My current project is still plant delivery. I think this is like the third or fourth WIP Chat I've done with plant delivery. It is a massive canvas. It's by Yuumei Art. It's from Diamond Art Club. A square kit with 143,310 drills, 76 colors, so it's roughly 70 by 130 centimeters, and this is section 45 of 91. I saved Totoro to work on camera because I'm so happy that I finally got to Totoro. This is like, I'm like halfway done with this canvas now, which is wild. And I thought that, you know, Totoro would be an interesting thing to diamond paint on camera. So there he is. I thought that today I would talk a bit about my experience with Studio Ghibli films. Because one, I'm working on, you know, it's Plant Delivery is based off of Kiki's Delivery Service, which is a Studio Ghibli film. And I don't know if any of y'all were paying attention to Diamond Art Club new releases from last week, but they dropped another Studio Ghibli inspired piece that I'll get to that. I'll leave that thread hanging for now, but I'll get to that. So for those who don't know, Studio Ghibli is just a film studio based in Japan that has a very anime-esque art style. Kiki's Delivery Service is, I feel like, one of the more well-known ones. Though you might have also heard of Totoro or Spirited Away. The first one I ever saw, I think the first one I saw as a kid was Kiki's Delivery Service. I'm not sure because I watched them when I was young enough that I don't remember the first time I watched Kiki's Delivery Service. The other one that might have been the first Studio Ghibli movie I watched was Spirited Away. Both of these I watched a ton as a kid. I hadn't seen Kiki's Delivery Service in years, though, until last month. I decided to rewatch it with my wife, and it's a good film. It's very cozy, I guess I would describe it, but I definitely remember, Spirited Away had a bigger impact on me as a kid. We watched it a lot more. It was my older sister's favorite movie of all time, so we watched it a lot. We probably rented it from the library, at least every other week. I don't know why we didn't just buy it, but whatever. And I actually did... Back when I, closer to when I had first started diamond painting, I made a custom one, a custom diamond painting, of, the bathhouse from Spirited Away. It's Chihiro standing in the foreground with a bridge overlooking the bathhouse. And I gave that to my sister as a, I did it myself, finished it, and gave it to her to display as a Christmas present. And then I've also gotten, my younger sister bought me a diamond painting that is Haku and Chihiro for my birthday, just off Amazon. I've been embarrassed about this ever since I posted my birthday haul video. In that video, I called her Sen, which isn't wrong, but also, it's not. You know, her name's Chihiro. I've gotten a diamond painting of Kiki's Delivery Service, this one that I'm working on right now, and technically two from Spirited Away, the one that I made and then the one I got from my younger sister. And I think those were like the only two Studio Ghibli movies I like watched as like a young kid. And then in high school, I remember my friends started talking about Howl's Moving Castle, and at first I don't think I realized initially that it was Studio Ghibli, because if they had mentioned it was Studio Ghibli, I would have recognized that as, you know, the same studio that had created Kiki's Delivery Service and Spirited Away, but I guess somehow that was missed. But I'd heard them talk about it a lot and hadn't like gotten around to like trying to watch it. But then I spent the summer between my freshman and junior year of high school. I lived with my aunt, who uh, they lived out of state, so like I that's its own story of why I was there. Um, but I remember one of the nights I was just like looking through their like movie cabinet cupboard thing, and I saw House Moving Castle, and I was like, oh, my friends have been talking about that. My aunt was like, oh yeah, that's one of my favorite movies. And so, you know, I put that in. I watched that with like my cousins, and I was instantly, absolutely hooked. I can't remember exactly like my initial thoughts about it because it's been, you know, over a decade, which is wild. I hate time, but obviously I loved it. And so we watched it like that afternoon, and then, you know, when I put it away, and their like movies were like right next to their bookshelf, and I looked over at their bookshelf and I saw the book of Howl's Moving Castle. For those who don't know, Howl's Moving Castle is also a book. If you've seen the Ghibli movie, I would highly recommend reading the book. It's, for me, it's one of those things where it's like, I don't necessarily think, like, I think the movie did the book justice, but the movie also left a lot of stuff out. So like, the movie is really good. And even if I had read the book first, I think I would still love the movie. It's just like you get a bit more context with the book, if that makes sense. So I found the book. We had dinner, and then right after dinner, I took the book to like their guest room where I was sleeping, and stayed up that whole night until like, I mean, I stayed up the whole night just reading, and finished it that same night / the following morning. Incredible book, incredible movie. I can't remember the author's name right now, which is terrible of me. But that is like up there for like it's probably one of my favorite animated films of all time. And then at some point in high school, I must have seen My Neighbor Totoro 2. But I also watched My Neighbor Totoro in high school for the first time. And then when I was 17, I was at a boarding school, and it was when I was there that I watched Princess Mononoke. With that, see, Howl's Moving Castle and Princess Mononoke are like my two, like, they're constantly competing for first place in my favorite movies of all time. And obviously they're both Ghibli movies, so it's like, depending on the day, if you ask me what my favorite Ghibli movie was, it'd be one of those two. And I really want to get Dreaming with Wolves from Diamond Art Club by Yuumei Arts, because that's from Princess Mononoke. I know that there's another one, I think that another piece on Diamond Art Club that I believe is just called Princess Mononoke, and it's a smaller kit. It's only like $30, and I've considered it, but I don't know. It's a little like too static of an image. Like there's not a lot of like emotion. It's just like Mononoke and one of her wolves, so I don't know. I've considered getting that one just because that one's actually in stock. I'm so mad though, because when I first started buying things from Diamond Art Club earlier this year, I added a bunch of things to my wish list. Dreaming with Wolves was out of stock at the time, so I put it signed up for email notifications. And since then, it has gone back in stock, but has also sold out again. So I had the chance to buy it earlier this year, but I just didn't, and I'm kicking myself over that. But oh well, it's fine, I guess. As for Totoro related stuff, my older sister, for my birthday, she bought me 2 smaller kits from DIY Diamond Delights that were both Totoros. So, then obviously this one also has a Totoro in it. It's I have all those. I don't have a Princess Mononoke kit, but I'm waiting for Dreaming with Wolves to come back in stock so that I can actually pick that up. I think there might be another one by Yuumei Arts, though that might not be a diamond painting. But I know she has multiple images that she's done of Princess Mononoke. But I really like the image of Dreaming with Wolves, so I'm waiting for that to go back in stock again eventually, and then I'll probably try to snag it then. The other one that the most recent Studio Ghibli film that I've watched, technically the most recent one I've watched was Kiki's Delivery Service because I rewatched that recently, but other than that, I've also seen Ponyo, and Ponyo's not one that I've seen any diamond paintings for, but if I ever found them, I would want to get them to hang in my kid's room, because that is very, I don't know, Ponyo is very, both Ponyo and Totoro, actually, are quite, not childish, but if you've seen Ponyo specifically, My Neighbor Totoro too, but to less an extent, but Ponyo is very much clearly for children, but it's very sweet, it's very cute, and I do love Ponyo, and that's the only Studio Ghibli film that my kid has seen so far. There are only 2, so that's yeah, I'd been even when I first started diamond painting, when I made the custom of the bathhouse from Spirited Away, I was also trying to do one for Howl's Moving Castle, and I have some mocked up images for Princess Mononoke as well, some just the little forest spirit guys, that now that I have glow-in-the-dark drills, I might want to do those with the glow-in-the-dark drills. That would be fun. Minus plus equals. Anyway, the issue with the House Moving Castle image that I made for diamond painting is that it required a lot of, I think, 996, DMC 996, I want to say 6,000, which isn't a ton. There's definitely could be worse, but was more than I've still been trying to save up. I always am saving my drills anyways, but every so often I'll check how much I have of 996 to see do I have enough of this yet to make this custom piece, because I couldn't find House Moving Castle diamond paintings anywhere. I did actually find one recently just on Amazon that it's just it's just one of the a frame from the movie, but it's Howl when he's in his bird form standing next to Sophie, and it's just close-ups of their face, and it's I don't I don't know. Same thing with like the Princess Mononoke kit on Diamond Art Club. It's just like there's not a lot going on there. I don't care for that specific image. But I'm guessing that if you keep up with Diamond Art Club new releases, you already know where this is going. So I don't normally keep up with their new releases, actually. Like, I might check on Sunday or Monday to see, oh, what did they release over the weekend? And, like, if I'm, if it's, like, Friday, and I happen to see one of the new release, like sneak peek videos pop up in my YouTube feed, then there's probably, like, a 50% chance that I'll watch it. So this last Friday, after I'd filmed my month in review video, I was, scrolling through YouTube, and I saw, I believe, okay, this is actually something I'm gonna have to double check. Give me a sec. So I was scrolling through YouTube, and I happened to see one of the sneak peek videos pop up in my feed, by Rachel Ray, and the thumbnail, I was like, oh, that kind of looks like Sophie. And so I was like, sure, I'll watch it. Whatever, I'll see what this piece is. I mean, it seems like a big landscape, but whatever. I don't have anything else to watch. This is the most interesting thing I've seen in my feed for the last 30 seconds. I'll click on it and watch it. And pretty quickly I realized that is Sophie. That is Sophie. This is a House Moving Castle diamond painting. If you're interested, it's it's Castle in the Mountains by Roberto Nieto. And so I clicked, I clicked on the video. I was sitting watching it. My wife was sitting next to me, and I'm just sitting here like staring at my phone, like. And she leans over and she's like, "Oh, is that House Moving Castle?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "Is that a diamond painting?" And I was like, "Yeah, they're releasing it tomorrow." And she was like, "Do you want it?" And I was like, "Yes, I want it, but like, I don't have money to buy it right now." And she was like, "Well, do you want it for Father's Day?" And I was like, I mean, that'd be awesome, except I feel like this might be something that sells out really fast. And she was like, well, then put it in your cart. Like, I've got the funds. I could buy it right now. And I was like, it's not out right now. It's being released tomorrow. And she was like, what time do they release it? And I was like, 10:30? Our time. And she was like, okay, well then, like, we'll be up. We can buy it tomorrow. And I was like, yeah, sure. And she was like, yeah, of course. I was like, okay. So next morning, I was very anxious, like that whole night. Just like, I mean, it wasn't keeping me up. Like I still slept, but like until I went to bed, like it was the only thing I was thinking about. And then once I woke up the next morning, even though I got up at like 8, like I opened Diamond Art Club's website and I was just like, I was looking at other things, trying to think like, oh, would I want to add something small to meet the like minimum order for free shipping? Because based on the size, I already knew that it would be around $75. But then after a discount code, it'd be less than that. So like, I was trying to decide if I wanted something smaller. But eventually, it was technically 10:29 when like I refreshed the page and I saw that they popped up. I added it to my cart, and I was like, again, like trying to decide if I wanted to add something else, and I considered adding the metal twist and pick tip, like the metal version of the tip that you can use in the twist and pick pens. And so like I put that in my cart to see how it affected the price after shipping and everything. Decided not to buy it. My wife came over and like put her debit card information in. And, paid for it, went and checked my email, got the confirmation email, went back to the website to be like, I wonder what else they released. Like, I knew I wasn't going to buy any of the other releases, but like, I was curious of what else had been released that week, so I went and refreshed the new releases page and saw that it had already sold out. It was 10:37, or like 9:37 Pacific Standard Time, so it was 7 minutes after they dropped it, like general release, and it was already out. And I am so glad that I hadn't spent more time trying to decide if I wanted to buy something else as well, because damn. But then I was anxious that whole day. I was like, what if there was like an issue with the servers on their end, and like they don't actually have enough in stock to send me this? And because it was a Saturday, like I knew I wasn't likely to get like any sort of shipping confirmation that day. You know, I had my order confirmation number, but like the shipping, because I was like, once I get a shipping confirmation, then I know it's coming. Before then, I was like, what if they just made a mistake and they don't actually have enough in stock to ship it to me? And so that, all of Saturday, I was panicked. But finally, I think it was Sunday night, I got the email. I was like, your order's been shipped. And I just, now I'm like I thought that I was excited to get plant delivery, and I was excited to get plant delivery, but guys, it's House Moon Castle. I'm getting a House Moon Castle diamond painting. I know she's gonna make me wait till Father's Day. I have to wait 6 weeks. And I'm gonna die. But let's be honest, even if I do finish plant delivery by then, which I think I will, I should be able to finish in 6 weeks. I probably won't jump right into that as soon as I get it, though. It'll be very tempting. I'll probably, but I have other Diamond Art Clubs that I want to do, and I think I might, if I can contain myself, I'll probably try to wait till, maybe I'll try to do it as like my 100th diamond painting. Like, just keep it in my stash as like something to look forward to for my 100th diamond painting. I know that, like, because Rachel Ray showed in her video, like, the sky is all color blocking, even like more color blocking than the sky of this piece, which this piece, there's like some birds in the sky, there's some like cloud, but like the top half, I mean, not the top whole half of the canvas, but the top half of the sky, it's like all one color, no variation, which honestly, I love myself some color blocking, so I won't complain. I am scared though that I might get bored once I get to the flowers in the meadow at the bottom, because honestly, doing these like random doing the buildings in this image has been kind of brain numbing to me, which I hate to say, because like I do love this image and I enjoy diamond painting, but there's sometimes I look at this, like it's sitting out on my table, and I look at it and I'm like, I don't want to work on that. I don't want to do that. It's not terrible. I'm not like burnt out or anything. There's just some days when I'm like, nah. Which I mentioned in my month in review video that I was considering trying to like finish this as my 50th diamond painting. That's not happening now. I already finished my 50th diamond painting. It's the little dinosaur one for my kiddo. So this one will not be my 50th completion, but that's fine. That's okay. It's whatever. But I might manage to convince myself to wait and save the House Moon Castle one to do specifically as my 100th diamond painting. Because that one is slightly smaller than this one, so I think that might be one that I'm like, I might be okay to like work on like try to finish in a month, like I did with my Sakura Temple one from February. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's my current plan for that. Because I definitely won't be kitting it up. I mean, if I have plant delivery finished and I haven't started a different Diamond Art Club one, then I might not be able to contain myself. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But if I'm able to finish plant delivery this month like I want to, then I'll have it, if I finish it by the end of May, then I'm not going to want to wait 2 weeks to start another Diamond Art Club, so I'll probably start working on one of the other big Diamond Art Club ones I have. And I only like working on one Diamond Art Club at a time. So if I'm already started something else, then there won't even be that free spot in my, I wouldn't be able to start the Houseman and Castle one until later anyway. So that might be enough to put it off at least a little while, which might be enough to ease my excitement over it so that I can actually save it to do for like a special occasion of some sort. That all being said, I am just extremely grateful, lucky, that I actually managed to get that before it sold out. I'm so glad that I actually saw Rachel Ray's video of that sneak peek on Friday, because otherwise I would have missed it, and then I would have been so sad when I realized that it existed and I didn't get it. But it's coming. It's coming. They've shipped it, and it's on its way to me. And it's going to have to sit in the closet for at least 6 weeks before I can even open it. Even if I don't start it immediately, I probably will do an unboxing of it on camera. And this is me sending vibes to the universe to get a black treasure card with that, because that would just be amazing. So far, I've only gotten bronze treasure cards, which is fine, but also a little useless, because you need the other colors to actually do anything with them. I mean, they are pretty. I want to get like a little card binder to hold them in, but we'll see. We'll see. You will see, because I very much intend to open that on camera. So whenever that happens, you will see my reaction and whatever card I get with it. 3, 2, 2. Something else this week, though. So this is a total change of topics. This isn't even about Ghibli anymore. But there's both me and my wife are artistic. We both draw and stuff. I mean, neither of us much anymore, but we both have so many sketchbooks from high school. And we also did a lot of digital art in high school. And my wife specifically did a lot of pixel art, which lends itself extremely well to diamond painting, because diamond painting is essentially just physical pixel art. And there's this one image that she made that I've printed out with my photo quality printer and have on poster paper I printed it out big, so it's 5 feet tall. It's a long skinny image, so it's 5 feet tall and only a foot wide. And I have it laminated and hung in our kids' room, and it's of a bunch of Pokemon. It's such a cool drawing. I don't know that much about Pokemon, So like I don't even know all the Pokemon that are in it. But because it's pixel art, I was like, I wonder, like, I could, in theory, turn it into a diamond painting. Um, the only problem is that as it is, as a round with, if I did it with round drills, it would be over 10 feet tall. Where would we even fit that in our house? I don't know. And also, the color in, like, the lighter blue color in the sky would require like 30,000 drills of just that color. And that'd be a lot. But I did actually, because I was interested, because we did realize that we could hang it in our stairwell, like in our stairway. Like, we technically do have a spot where it could fit. But then I was like, I wonder, like, how much would it cost to buy all of these drills? And this was me completely ignoring the fact that I have a lot of the colors already. But with how big it is, there were a lot of colors that were like I said, the one with the most had 30,000 drills. So I went to Diamond Drills USA and just like went through and added every drill I needed to the cart. And it would have been like $700. I know that they do bulk discounts though, and I am still kind of interested in seeing, like, getting a direct quote for the exact numbers that we need. Which is still like an option. But then I was like, well, what would be much more manageable is if we did it smaller. If I could half the size of it, so it's only 5 feet tall, so then it would be about the same size as the printed version we have. Then there's a lot more options of where we can fit it. And it's a lot less drills. So, but because of the nature of pixel art, just trying to shrink it itself, like, wouldn't have worked. So I have started going through, like, pixel by pixel, making a smaller version of it, and essentially just redoing the whole pixel art at a smaller scale. And it's going better and faster than I was expecting it to initially. So that's a plus. I'm still only like a little under a fourth of the way done. So like there's still a lot of work, but I've only been working on it for 2 or 3 days now. It's turning out better than I thought. It's definitely making me like think a lot more because, like I said, my wife did a lot of pixel art in high school. I haven't actually done that much pixel art. Like, I've done a lot of digital art, but not like pixel art. But this is kind of forcing me to learn how to do pixel art. And like I have dabbled in pixel art because when I did like with a lot of the like custom diamond paintings I've done, obviously that's kind of, I've to some extent had to work at pixel art even when I'm just doing like touch-ups on a computer render. There's still things I've learned, but this is definitely making like taking that to a whole other level. But it has been quite enjoyable actually, and is turning out better than I thought it would, and presumably we'll end up with a more reasonable number of drills. So I might be able to do it all from spares, and if I don't do it all from spares, I feel like it'll be a minimal amount that I will have to go out of my way to purchase. Alright, now I'm just, I want to finish this on camera so bad. You should see what the whole Totoro looks like. But that means I have to think of something else to talk about. I tried to order the Pokemon cards for my wife that she wants for Mother's Day, but the website was being buggy. I tried to order that today during lunch, but the website was being buggy. The order wasn't going through, so we're going to try again later today. Because, I don't know. And even if I order them all right now, I don't think they'll all get here in time for Mother's Day, but, I mean, she's fine with that. It is more expensive than I was planning to spend for Mother's Day, but also what she got me was more expensive than, like, what we were intending to do for Father's Day too. So, but her cards are on the way. My Father's Day present is on the way. And so, like, I'm glad that's all taken care of. I'm still trying to decide if I want to get my roommate anything for Mother's Day. We haven't diamond painted together in like 3 weeks. So like, I'd been considering buying her diamond paintings, but like, if she's not interested in diamond painting anymore, then that would be weird. But maybe if I bought her some new diamond paintings, she would be interested in it again. I don't know. Maybe. I've been meaning to like ask her to diamond paint some more, but it's also like, as I mentioned in my previous video, like all of April was just kind of hectic for us. So even though like I wanted to like hang out and diamond paint with her, like I just didn't have much time, and like she never specifically asked to hang out. Otherwise I might have like made the time, you know. But now that I feel like my wife's work is kind of slowing down, so like that's not as chaotic as it was a few weeks ago, I should probably ask her if she wants to do something. Possibly tomorrow. Because tonight I have therapy, so I wouldn't be able to do anything tonight. But then my wife's therapy is tomorrow, so I might be able to ask her if she wants to do something tomorrow night. Just because it's been a while, and I don't even know where she's at on like her current diamond painting. Because like, there's definitely a chance that she's worked on it without me, like. But I haven't seen it, so I haven't seen any progress that has or has not been made on it. I just don't know. I really like diamond painting with 4, 8, like with other people at the same time. Oh, I did actually diamond paint with her semi recently, but so back in April, when we were planning to all go camping together, I had bought some like diamond painting keychains of all like camping related stuff. There was like a fire pit and a mug of hot chocolate and a tent and like a camper van, you know, those kind of things. And I bought those. I planned to take those camping with us, but then me and my wife weren't able to go camping with them after all, so I didn't take them. But then that is one thing that last week, one of her other friends had come over, and we've been trying to convince this other friend of hers to diamond paint with us for a while. So I pulled those out, and I was like, look, this is small. You'll be able to do this quickly. So, like, if you try it and don't like it, then you didn't waste way too much time of your life, and you still have something that's finished. And she agreed. So I technically have diamond painted with my roommate in this past week, but it was just those small little things. But other than that, like I have no idea how much progress she's made on her actual like canvas kit. I might actually have time to diamond paint with her today before therapy, because guess what? I'm almost done with this. I'm actually gonna finish this section on camera, guys. Incredible. One eye, 2 eye, and there's Totoro. His eyes look kind of funny. The contrast in them is kind of funny, not gonna lie. Maybe once I like step back, it'll look better. Maybe he looks okay in camera. We'll find out. Anyways, I found something to ramble about. I finished this piece of the canvas. It was definitely a longer WIP Chat than I normally do, but I was set on finishing this. And also, I very much needed to talk about the fact that I was lucky enough to be able to grab that Castle and Mountains Now I need to. I'm gonna check my shipping thing right now. See if it's made any progress on its way to me. No, it's still just in transit. It's fine. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Like and comment and subscribe if you are so inclined to do so. And I will talk to you again in another video. Bye.